Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy and tonight's the Magnus Archives Miami. The episode of this episode's title is Reflections in a Dream. The Magnus Archives was created by Monty Cook Games based on the podcast by the Rusty Quill, both of which are amazing. And if you haven't watched them or learned anything about their Monty Cook's RPGs, go check them out. A bit of a warning. The Magnus Archives Miami is a horror campaign that may contain material not suitable for all audiences. We explore topics from deep personal fears to existential threats to humanity. Listener discretion is advised. Boy, my words are not coming right tonight. We'll do better. All right, we have everyone here. Looks like mics are all working this time. Thank goodness. Let's let everybody have a minute and go around and say who they are, where they can be found. Let's start tonight with Sam.
Hi, my name is Jack. I use they, he pronouns. I am playing Sam Murphy, who uses he, him pronouns. You can find me on Bluesky at Flaming Hotrod-69 and on Tumblr with the same username.
All right, Alder.
Hey everybody, I'm Quinn, any pronouns, and I'm playing Alder Hughes, who uses they, he pronouns. You can find me on Bluesky at QuinnBeckham27. I haven't gotten back on Tumblr yet. I forgot that I was going to do that this week. You can find me next weekend, next Sunday, along with doing this. I'm going to be in another game before this. I'm going to be playing a Masks game for another charity one-shot benefiting the LA fires. So we'll see how alive I am by next Sunday night after playing 2 games in a row. Haven't done that before. Um, Also, not something I'm involved in. I like to plug my own stuff because I'm doing a lot of cool stuff, but something really cool happening this month for Black History Month as a fundraiser for Black Girls Rock is Apochromatic Unlimited is doing charity streams
Always awesome.
basically every single weekend. Yeah, I watched one earlier today. It was really, really
Yeah.
cool. It's a Wander Home. They're doing every single Sunday. There's going to be Wander Home games. So if you're not watching my charity thing, there are so many really cool charity games going on, and I want to plug them all, but I can't. I'm gonna plug that one because they're doing tons of stuff, and everything looks really, really cool that they're doing.
Speaking of Wander Home, eventually this year I'm going to run this, which is Yasma's Bed and Breakfast, which is made by the people who make Wander Home, with a little bit more action in it, but still a similar-ish feel. Amazing game.
Yeah.
All right, Satori.
My name is Chenoa Reed. My pronouns are she, they. I play Satori Folk, pronouns she, her. I am also the owner of Diceberg Ahead podcast, so you can find me over at Diceberg Ahead or at Zephyrite. And Wanderhome is definitely up on my whiteboard, so hopefully we will be doing that for the podcast soon.
Cool. Walter.
Um, Hello everyone, Shatargat here, there, and everywhere. And also, I create some TTRPG stuff under the name Black Dragon Tomes. And also, if you like to spend your time with some paid games on SPG, that is Start Playing Games, I also run games there. They're always horror games. Probably you can think that they're hard to find anywhere else, but I have them.
All right. And Nova.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm playing Nova, whose pronouns are also she, they. You can find me on most socials at Fake Shiny, and you can also find me over at our podcast for the Rainbow Dice Club called Tales of Three. It's an all queer D&D based podcast where your three DMs are also your three PCs. It's kind of a fun twist. You can catch us every Fridays wherever you get most of your podcasts.
All right. So we ended last week on a cliffhanger
To say the least.
with Kyle recognizing that there was no bird sounds and then just saying, "Oh shit." And then we cut away. I'm torn about whether to start there or let that sit for a little while.
It's okay. You can let it sit. I'll sit here. You don't have to though.
You hear a banging outside the building on the wall. Something is hitting it hard. And then your door is, a lot of the doors down here in Miami are aluminum or metal. You hear banging on it. I know you're in there, Kyle. You gonna come out?
I look over to Kyle.
His eyes are wide. Come on, we can talk. And there's more banging on stuff. I know what you're going through. I went through it too the first time I did the deed. He's like, you think she's a werewolf? Oh, shit.
Who? Teddy?
You got to accept it. And the gift. What the hell? And it is, oh. It's a voice that seems playful and psychotic.
Yeah. I do have my gun out. And I am gonna go peer through the peephole
And
very,
you see-
very quietly.
And you see someone kind of pacing along the hallway. They it looks like they shoved something under, near the door. Oh, you're not alone in there, Kyle, are you? Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to have to do this to two people. Is that what you're making me do, Kyle? And then you see her run at the door and kick it.
I move so quick.
It stays in place. I'm getting in
I
there.
just ready. Yeah, I just ready my gun.
Okay.
And I am.
Kyle, you have a higher purpose. You could be one of the great ones. I know it. I know it. You know how I know it? I was told it. Tell that
in my
bitch
pocket.
Satori, I will not kill her tonight if you just come out and do what I ask of you. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I can't let you get hurt. I can't stay here and let you get hurt.
What are you? Don't open the door.
I can't let her come in. If she comes in here after me, she's going to kill you and me.
I just kind of show my gun, like.
Come on, I'm looking for a new friend. I treat my friends really well until the end. Really well. I have a couple $100 too. You know how much liquor we can get for that? We can do well. And you hear the door kicked again.
I'm gonna try and text the group chat SOS.
Do they know where you live?
Maybe. Feel like it's a 50% chance. I don't know if it would be policy to know where everyone lives just in case. Or if, Alder somehow has everybody's addresses written down somewhere.
Maybe. Alder on the flight, though?
Maybe not.
So that leaves you with, for sure, Nova has no idea where you live.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, I don't think Sam would know where you live.
Probably not.
I think Sam is sort of anti-stalker. Like seriously anti-stalker.
Like very removed.
Nova is totally stalker.
Mhm.
But in like a positive and good way.
I would hope.
The door gets kicked again and the lock flies off the handle and you see Teddy with this weird, like, it looks like an extendable club,
Mm-hmm.
you know, made of some kind of silvery metal, except the handle is all black.
As
said
soon
I'm
as I
coming in.
have sights, I am going to shoot.
You can shoot.
Perfect. I do. Starting off with rolls. Hopefully my strawberry dice don't let me down this week.
No, strawberry dice wouldn't do that.
I
Blueberry
hope not.
dice, though. Ugh.
That was a natural 19.
Oh, nice.
And I get a
Extra
+1
damage.
to my ranged attacks.
Okay, so you do an extra point of damage. It does what, 4 points normally?
Yes. Yep,
So
4
now
points.
it does 5.
And
you
then I get
right, a benefit.
a gunner. So I get an extra damage, and I'm going to spend an intelligence point to do an additional damage to that.
Okay.
So 1, 2. That's baseline. 6 without the successes.
Yeah. And Teddy is blown back out of the room after having just stepped in. Kyle leaps forward with a bottle in his hand. Weirdly, it's actually an olive oil bottle.
Oh,
But
good.
it's still glass.
Oh.
And he just grabbed it from the kitchen when you were in there. It's the only thing he had. And he starts swinging. And when she's knocked back, she's knocked prone. And then she sort of comes forward and up, almost like a ninja, like just pulling herself up by the extendable device in her hand. And when Kyle gets out there, she swings at him. You want to roll me a roll to hit for her? Normally I don't
yeah.
roll, but in this case, even though she's not attacking you, I'll let you roll the dice.
I am also a protector, so I can choose my charge within immediate range. So if he is in my immediate range, he can gain an asset for speed
Okay.
defense.
He is.
She rolled a 14.
Okay. And she hits him, and he's not armored, so he takes 3 points of damage, and he doesn't fall back, but he stops almost in his tracks. And I'll go with you. Oh, too late for that. And you see she starts maneuvering to keep you and her always with Kyle in between. And she starts charging towards you with Kyle in the middle. And Kyle, bless him, is not a werewolf at the moment.
Yeah.
And he tries his damnedest, and he trips over something out in the hallway and falls as she is pushing him back and into the room again.
If I have another line of shot, I will take it.
You do, as soon as he falls over. And she does not look happy that he fell. She kind of thought he would,
He's
stay
kind of
in
a
the way.
bumblefuck, so.
He is.
But yeah, no, I will definitely try to shoot her again. That was a 12-13 with my combat prowess.
Okay. Oh, with your prowess, yeah.
And then +1 to damage with
Yeah.
gunner, so base 5.
Yes. Okay, so you hit then. and when you hit, you do just your gunner damage plus the base of the gun, so you do 5 points. And she falls back out, and you can see she's bleeding now from a couple of places.
Yeah.
And she turns to jump down the steps, like she's doesn't want to be shot anymore.
I'll pursue. If you're gonna give me that, I will.
All right,
I'll
so you
chase
start
after her.
moving.
Yeah.
You have to get past Kyle. You have to go over him.
I'll step on him. He can take it.
Make me a defense roll.
All right. Oh, that's a 5.
He grabs your leg. No, you're gonna get killed with her, and you end up tripping over him as he acts as heroically as he can in this state of his existence.
It's blood for blood, Kyle.
And by the time
He
you're
killed my
up,
friend.
you don't even know where she is.
I'm just kind of
She'll kill
laying
you.
there.
She's gonna kill you.
She was running for a reason. I got 2 good shots off on her, Kyle.
Yeah.
The things you should have seen. What she did to Maggie.
I don't know who that is, but I know that I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay.
Well, she's getting away, so I guess I'm okay. My fucking door doesn't close anymore, though. I get up.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do in these situations. I'm not very good at that stuff.
Go inside, Kyle.
And he goes inside and he trips over the thing out there again. You shouldn't have
Like the
boxes out
olive oil
here.
bottle.
No. There's something left that was outside your door. There's a
Oh.
crab. There's a crab box.
God.
Do you know what a crab
like-
box is?
Is
You
it
ever
like a
seen one?
crate? Like a
Yeah, it's like a small crate that for catching
for
crabs.
crabbing? Yeah.
It's like yeah.
Yeah. Like for fishing for crabs or like for just like leaving and dropping, like the bigger ones?
For fishing for crabs, like smaller ones. You don't
Yeah.
have to fight 'em.
They got like the little loops.
Yes.
Okay.
And it looks like it's maybe about the size of like a carry-on luggage.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have no idea who that is, but I go inside and I try and close my door best it can.
Okay. And it knocked the piece off. It will close, but it won't lock.
Oh, okay. I just like stand there for a sec. Okay, so she knows where I live.
Yeah, she knows where your other friend live. The man you're with at the protest. She knows where he lives too.
Thank God he's not going to be in town.
Okay.
Oh God. Who do I don't want to talk to the cops again. Should I just call maintenance? Maybe we should just leave. We should
Maintenance
probably just leave.
for the gunshot.
I mean, yeah, but who knows? I think we should probably just go.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I'm
he
gonna
gets up.
call Sienna too.
Okay. She answers. Yeah, is everything okay, Satori?
Oh, yeah. Everything's so great. Totally unrelated. Is the like emergency sanctuary room open, for people to stay there? People being me.
Yes, is what happened?
Well, I got paid a visit by Teddy. Put 2 bullets in her. Still running, actually. So,
Okay.
whatever she is or is afflicted with, she is definitely not one to tussle with. But it'll be me and one other person, just for now. I think Teddy also has the address of Walter, but my door doesn't lock anymore, so be great to be in a place that has cameras.
You discharged your gun though, so we will have to talk to the police. But yeah, let's get you into the safe house first. So
Okay,
yeah, come on in. I'll meet you there and make sure that the door's open.
sounds good. And we go.
We will cut away to an airplane leaving Miami International Airport, and Alder and Walter on a Spirit Airlines flight, sitting at two different places on the airplane because you don't want to pay too much to pick your seat, and you just have your carry-on. And Walter, you see Alder kind of sitting up near the front. Did you guys have any conversation on the way in? Because you kind of just met at the airport, because knowing you had to catch your flight.
I don't
And
know.
you are catching a red eye, so.
I ask what happened at as I was leaving the office, because I believe we left off with me
yeah.
trying to step into um Maggie's office,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure if I found anything there or not.
Hold on. Let me look at you have a special ability for this. I think it's details or something. Look, I just happen to have your character sheet out tonight.
I think that's only for talking to people.
Yeah, maybe that.
I
That's
don't
what
know
I
if
would
that
read.
works. Okay. Yeah, I think that's only for talking to people. I don't think it works with
Or reading
just the
stuff.
environment.
Yeah. Or writing an account or written statement or
That's true, yeah.
account. Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything for that.
It's just I think Alder probably leaves straight from, since I had
Right, to
stayed
the
at the
airport.
office so late. I think I probably go I think I'm probably asleep on the flight. I think that's when I fall asleep because I stayed so late at the office, and then probably leave, get to the airport like right on time, like right at the where Walter's just uncomfortably waiting, not sure if Walter's gonna be there on time or not, and like shows up right at the last minute, like I'm here. Um,
Yeah. When you go into the office, you always get you will not, I don't want to say it like that. You get a disconcerting feeling going in at this point. I mean, you had seen the blood last episode that was stained into the carpet and the seat. There's one thing that Maggie was very organized. It was exceptional to find a handwritten post-it that was scribbly. That was like not the way they would write. You do come across, though, the yellow envelope that you remember finding at one point that says "do not use" in tape around it, sitting on a shelf.
yeah, I'm probably going to. I want to be able to compare that handwriting that was on the do not use to other things that I find later. So I might put that somewhere for safekeeping. Um,
Okay.
and then yeah, probably go right from here to the airport.
You leave the envelope.
Is it like somewhere, is it just like sitting out on a shelf or is it
It
somewhere?
it's on a shelf,
Okay.
and it looks like she has a place organized for things to be refiled,
Mhm.
and this was in that group. Okay.
Yeah,
Where
I
it is at
think I
least.
think
That's
I'll
all.
yeah, I think I'll leave that there for now. I just
Okay.
want to make sure I like memorize what the handwriting looks like um in case we find anything else with that handwriting on it later. Because we had been told that the handwriting on it was Maggie's predecessor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nova, you are working hard gathering the information you're trying to get. I'm going to drop in chat or in Discord some info you find. Oh, it's too long. I'll have to do it in 2 parts. Give me a second, because I don't have the right kind of Discord for the long message. So I'll do it in 2 parts. These are the murders that Teddy is a suspect in. There are 12 of them now, with counting Maggie.
It's a lot more than what I had originally thought. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's because you're finding that some of them are under the jurisdiction of the FBI, and some are under police departments that have not put them together yet. You are the first one seeing them and able to compile this information, seeing it from a different perspective. And it's kind of a busy night for you. You kind of get worn out gathering all this information, but it is there and it is potentially useful. And then you come across Maggie's mother. She is apparently alive in Chicago in a convalescent home. She'd be pretty old. She'd be old because she was old already, but if she's in a convalescent home, she's probably not in good shape either. So, and there was a purchase that Teddy had made of a weapon from TikTok that matches kind of the bruising style. And it's a extendable club or staff that really looks like a flashlight when it's all pushed down. And there's a TikTok video I dropped in there for you. I'll drop it in chat too, in case anyone wants to see what it is. And it sort of fits the modus operandi of Teddy, with just the pummeling of people to the point of just breaking them into malleable parts.
God, it's a lot of info to find one night, for sure.
It was a busy night. I'm going to assume you're there fairly late gathering all of this. Jack,
for sure.
You left with Mace to go stay at Mace's. Dude, what's up with Satori? That's her name, right? Satori?
Yeah, what do you mean what's up with her?
She's like a spy. The way she's like digs stuff out of me while I'm... Oh my God, I almost told her your life story or something.
Well, we are investigators, so I'm guessing
I feel like an
she
idiot.
did
The way she'd ask me questions like, what the hell? How do you work with someone like that?
Just do your work and keep your head down.
Does she know everything about you?
I don't talk much. We work.
Oh, that's good. You can't talk around her. She'll dig stuff out like you wouldn't believe. She said she's been your boss for a day.
Yeah, that happened.
What a terror.
Too.
I don't know if you're going to survive. If you need another job, I mean, maybe we can get you a fishing job or something. You like that?
Honestly, I think I'm good where I'm at.
All right. And you get in the car and he's all right, let's get out of here. In the car, he drives relatively, he drives like an old lady most of the time. He's kind of a chill person in general, so it kind of extends to his driving habits. Even though he has a nice car, he doesn't push it to the limits. All right, so you want to tell me what happened and what we can do? I mean, What can we do?
We came back from an investigation, and I came back to my apartment, and all of a sudden I couldn't move. Like I was stuck to my seat.
Were you
And
drugged or something?
I don't know. I don't know if there are any drugs that can take over you without contact or something, because all of a sudden this woman shows up and she's covered in markings and naked and she's looking for something. And I know it has something to do with my gram, but I don't know what she's looking for. And she said she'd come back for it if I didn't give it to her. And even if I don't know what it is, I don't want her to have
How are you going to give it to her if you don't even know what it is?
I don't know. She seems to think I know, but
Do you?
the whole time is I don't want to be back in my apartment for her to find me there.
All right, cool. We'll keep you out. The couch is comfortable, you know that.
Yeah. Actually, could we swing back to my place to pick up? Because I don't think I should have done this the last session, but Sam wants to get his grandmother's stuff with him just to make sure, like, she doesn't come back again and try to go through.
Yeah, we'll stop. No worries. And he takes you to your place. He gets out with you. All right, let's go. Quick. We don't want.
All right.
We don't want to get
So
caught here by her coming back.
Grab her staff. Grab the locked box, her journal, and head out.
All right. And you come out, and it kind of darkened a little bit when you left. It was like already almost dusk. It was dusk, but it was turning to night when you got out. And when you did so, it seemed like it went from a sliver of the sun to nothing by the time you get out. And there is a dark around your apartment because it's before the lights have turned on, but after it's become dark. You have that very short period. And suddenly the lights do go on, and you see this woman in front of you for a moment, and she's just gone.
We gotta go.
You coming? Let's go.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I shuffle quickly, put all the stuff in the back.
All right. Get in the car, and he starts to drive away. And when you look over there, you see her standing on the stairs, watching as you go. That's it, just watching. And then you turn the corner and you're gone.
Hey, Mace.
What happened?
Could we... I think I saw her.
Oh, there was nobody there.
Could we not go directly to your place? Like,
okay,
zigzag around or something?
Sure. All right. And he starts to accelerate a little bit too and drive a little faster than he normally does. And he turns a couple of corners. You know what? Why don't we not even go home? We can just drive around tonight if you want. You can sleep, put the seat down and sleep in the car.
Sure. I don't think she can come in while we're moving. I hope.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta outsmart these spooky things, right? Like that, isn't that half the trick is you just gotta be more clever than them.
You could say that, I guess.
All right. Movement. Hold on, let me get gas.
Okay.
And he pulls over and he starts putting gas in the car. You're looking around and you all right? And he's like pouring the gas. He's looking in at you. Like,
yeah,
he's holding the gas with one hand and peeking in the window with the other.
That's making me more nervous, but yeah, just hoping she's not nearby.
He puts the gas thing back, gets in the car. All right, let's go. And he hits the gas, and there's a guy in front of the car, and he almost runs him over. Oh shit!
Okay.
Sorry. He's like, sorry. I just didn't see you. Look where you're going, asshole! The guy's yelling at him and stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Didn't mean to. Well, you know. And then he pulls out. Man, you got me a little spooked too. We got to keep moving. Maybe we'll get on the highway and drive up to West Palm. Slowly come back slow. And maybe Jupiter. That's
Okay.
3 hours each way, 6 hours. We'll get you into work a little early.
Okay.
And it'll all be good.
Yeah.
All right. 4 hours, a 4 hour road trip each way. Cool enough. I think in the glove box I have some donuts if you want some of those little powdered donuts. If you get hungry.
I'll pass for now, but thanks.
All right, cool. You should get some sleep if you can.
Okay. And Sam kind of like leans the chair back a bit and just closes his eyes, hopes he can sleep.
And you hear the wind rushing by and in the drive, the purr of the car as it moves. The flight is uneventful between Miami and Boston. Alder sleeps on the plane. What are you doing on the plane, Walter?
Probably reading some old books that kind of really old, so it could bring some attention to him. I don't know, like someone just skimming a couple of old tomes, and that's all.
And you arrive really late in the middle of the night. It was a red eye, which from here to Boston is like a 3.5 hour red eye. It's not that long, but it was a late flight, so you arrive at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning, and the flight was not full, but it had a reasonable number of people, and it starts to unload. And you catch up to Alder. Alder's starting to wake up.
I think Aldrich kind of like grabs their carry-on. I honestly don't think that like they don't know how long they're gonna be here. Like they know no details. I'm not sure what they packed, but it's not the correct things that they need for this trip. I can guarantee that. I think they've got like their normal backpack, like very overflowing with stuff. I think that while we're in the airport, I'm kind of just gonna like follow along behind Walter because I don't know what we're doing, but this feels like the wrong place to ask and like start talking about it because we're in a very like public location. I think I'm just gonna like watching and waiting on you to see where we're going, and I'm assuming you have plans and directions.
You get to the rental car place, and the car is ready for you, Walter, with budget.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And it's a small car.
There's something I want to add. So after the flight, probably while Alder is struggling with the luggage and stuff, Walter just brings out a pack of cards out of his coat and shows them to you like this. Says, "Pick a card." You can just give a number from 1 to 22.
Sure. 13.
So, you see that he doesn't let you take the card. He just gets the card and then pulls it back to the rest of the cards, and then that's all.
Was that what? Was that like a magic thing, or were you like reading the future with the car? What just happened?
It's just a little help. So he checks the surrounding for a while. What was the song? Yeah, "Sweet Home Alabama." busted. Let's get the car.
Okay, yes, let's get to the car.
You get the car. It takes half an hour or so to get the car and get it done, and because you don't have you're not part of a rental program or anything, because you don't travel that frequently. And then it's about an hour's drive to. Actually, where are you going? I don't want to make assumptions.
So I'm assuming that Walter already arranged some
Yeah, there's a
place,
hotel.
close to the neighborhood, we can say, and Walter's first plan is something like paying a visit to the officer he worked with before the next morning.
Okay.
So maybe I can say that from time to time, Walter gets back takes back the cards, take a look at it, think about it. He probably thinks that he's hiding well, but if Oliver wants to see the card for real, probably they'll have an opportunity to see it. It's something like this. Wow.
Nope, I
I'm
can't because
invisible.
it's totally invisible. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Right there. Okay. Okay.
Walter doesn't disappear like a ghost, though.
Yeah. Figured, yeah.
Probably it's written world.
You get to the hotel, and it's one room, two double beds, fairly small. It's a Holiday Inn Express. One bathroom, and a whole lot of discomfort, I would imagine.
Yeah. Just for fun, I rolled a dice, my d20, to see how long Alder sits in like awkward silence and like how long they can last
Okay.
before breaking it and asking something. And I rolled a 7, so 7 minutes of like very, very uncomfortableness. Before I think Alder's finally like, so Walter, I don't know if this is like you're not allowed to really share or you don't want to, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing here or what we're doing here. Satori kind of just told me to go with you. Why are we here? Where are we going? Are we meeting someone? Like, you seem like you really know what's going on. And I'm just sort of following. But it would be nice to know what and why we are here and what we're doing.
Walter stops for a second. I mean, he probably never thought about anything that he could say, so it was kind of a spontaneous moment for him. So, like, I don't know how to say. Let's say that I have some sort of lead about this cult, and yeah, I'm investigating it, and
Okay.
the policies I cannot.
Yes, that
Do
two
it.
people always go together.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
why that's you? I don't know. Ask.
Yeah, I'm not. I think Satori might have just like wanted me to get out of the office. Um, I'm not totally sure why. Like when you say like a lead, like, are we meeting someone? Because we're like pretty far from everything I saw. Like the cult pretty much is like centralized, like only located in Florida. I didn't see they had like branches in other places. Why Boston?
Walter stops for a second, like thinking about something, and then he has an idea to confuse Alder a little. Like, I have a question for you. You and Sam are some sort of brain team. You gather up and work on functional information and stuff. So, are you the right lobe or the left lobe?
I have
Or
to remember which one does which. I think I mean, Sam's definitely the more well, I don't know. Because I mean, I think I remember one of them's more creative, and I think I'm probably maybe the more creative one, and Sam's the more reasoning, logical one. Is that correct? Is that what those do? I know it's been a really long time since I took a psychology or a science class in my 2 years of college.
Okay, you're just fine. There will be lots of research. At least, that's what I'm hoping.
Okay. So maybe that's why Sator I'm here to research things.
I don't know.
Maybe? Okay.
Alder, you get the feeling there's something missing in this conversation.
Yeah.
Without even rolling any dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's totally avoiding.
Yeah.
At least, he's trying.
And you arrive at the hotel and you get in, and your inquisitive mind is highly piqued. First, Walter has always been someone that you've seen as potentially someone who would be a great mentor, but also you've seen enough to know that when he starts hiding things, something's coming or about to happen. Walter, of course, is just I don't know. What are you doing, Walter, in the hotel room? Just
I
it's
don't know.
4:30 in the morning.
Probably looking back at the old journal
Okay.
almost 10 years ago. So it's probably its cover is a little bit tarnished. So just checking the final notes, trying to remember the names and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Can
been
I-
more than 10 years.
There's a very small part of my mind that's I want to go through Walter's stuff and see what he brought, but Alder's far too afraid of Walter to do that. But I do want to see if I can because I know you mentioned that he was reading earlier on the plane, he had some older books with him, and I don't think Alder caught that in the moment. But if those are within visual range now that we're back at the hotel, if I could try and catch a peek of what were the books that Walter was reading, did they all have similar titles? Do they look really old and creepy? Yeah. If those are somewhere where I can see them poking out of your suitcase or something like that.
I'll let Walter answer
Yeah. I think I can say that some of the books have just black leather cover. They don't have titles. Some of them have some sort of soft cover that has some sort of I don't know how to name it, but some sort of obvious names like elemental occultism of our century kind of things.
That kind of answers your question pretty well, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, am I a poser now?
Back in the office, Nova, you finish up really late at night, and you didn't even realize the time was flying by, and suddenly it's 1:30 in the morning, and you have all that information. It's late.
Well, I guess I'm sleeping here tonight. No point in leaving, just coming right back. I think she's going to take some time to compile it into a report, make a jot list of things that she needs to contact people about for the morning, and then recline her chair.
There is a cot in there.
Oh, is there? Okay. She's going to use the cot then for sure.
Okay.
Much more comfy.
It was hidden for a long time, but it was unhidden recently. Okay. So you go through the night. Sam, you're driving through the night, and you actually do sleep. You probably better now than you thought, at least. I don't want to say you had a great night's sleep in the passenger seat of the car. And you're on your way back to Miami, probably an hour out, so you're probably you're in northern Broward County at the moment. And the car goes, oh, what the hell was that? I think something's going, oh man.
What?
I don't know, the car's just acting funny. It just made a weird sound.
Can it still go? Or do we have to stop?
Yeah, it's going. We'll probably be okay. It's
Okay.
probably what are the parts of the engine that go bad?
None of them should be going bad.
Oh, whatever. There's just something going on with it. I can feel it too. It's like, and then the car loses power. I think, oh shit. And he's like, he pulls over. All right.
Great.
Well, you know what? We can wait here till morning and then get a tow truck or something. I have AAA.
Why can't we call them now?
We are, but it's going to take them an hour because they never do it in less than an hour anyway. It's already almost 5. It's going to be a while. So he starts dialing. He talks to them for a little bit, and they say there's a tow truck on the way. Yeah, they always say that. And they get here in an hour. It's like they purposely make you wait. All right.
Sam's starting to get a little paranoid, so he reaches into the back for his grandmother's stuff just in case.
As you're reaching for that, he reaches into the glove box and pulls out the donuts. Hey, we got donuts. Could be worse. Don't worry.
I'm not going to have
so
anything.
Far away.
I don't know.
You're being paranoid, and you know what? You were always a skeptic, and you're acting like somebody who isn't a skeptic.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't know what happened. I don't have any logical reason for what happened or how it happened, and I don't know. I don't think it could be supernatural, but I don't know.
You're a studier. You figured this stuff out. Didn't you say that was one of the reasons they brought you on, because you don't believe the stuff that all those other people believe? Does Satori believe all that stuff?
Yeah, I think everyone in the office does, except me.
Satori don't seem like that. I mean, she carries... You saw she carried a gun, right?
Well, she also brought a bunch of salt and said somebody that was staying in our office combusted spontaneously, so...
Oh, wow.
Who knows?
What do you mean combusted spontaneously? What's that mean?
I have no idea. I don't know what it could have been, but she died, and it was something to do with this fire cult we're looking into, so...
You're going after cults?
Yeah, I mean, they're connected to supernatural things typically.
Wow, they're really dangerous.
I should know, but...
All right, well, let's just chill out for a bit. I gotta take a piss.
All right, I'll just sit here.
He walks over to the edge of the bushes along the road. He's like, he looks around both ways, makes sure no one's coming, then takes a piss. And you're sitting there in the car just kind of waiting. And you see in the rearview mirror the woman looking at you from behind the car.
I can still move, right? I'm not stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just like go, Reese.
He's peeing.
Can I turn around and look and see if she's there?
Yeah.
Okay, do that. And
there's nobody there.
Okay. I'm losing it. That's what this is. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I haven't slept in 2 days. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm okay.
All right. You okay?
I think I'm just seeing things. I need to sleep more, maybe.
All right. Lay back. I'll stay up. I'll stand out here and wait for the tow truck anyway. And he just leans against the car. And cars, every now and then a car will go by. It's pretty, early in the morning, so there's not a whole lot of traffic yet. But about an hour later, a tow truck does come and picks you guys up and takes you to the mechanic that he has in Miami. So it's like an hour drive still. Back in Boston, Alder, you have trouble sleeping because every movement Walter makes you like keeps you awake.
Sounds right. Yeah.
And the daylight starts to come in through the window and you realize it's morning.
By the way, I'm assuming that while Walter takes a look back at the journal, at some point he brought back the cards once again and picked another card for himself. So he's probably switching his focus between cards and the journal. So currently we have an upright the world card and reverse the chariot card. So he's kind of thoughtful about it.
You see that happen, Alder. You see him pull another card and look at it.
Okay.
Out of the corner of your eye at least. I mean, if you turn and look, you see it clearly, but...
Yeah. I think that Alder's kind of going back and forth between, like it's that awkward moment, and I feel like this happens a lot when you're, sharing a space with someone where you're, not sure what is the correct, morning protocol. You're like, do I get up? Are you gonna get up? Are we gonna go get coffee? What's happening? Where Alder's, kind of, laying in bed, but, glancing over to look at Walter, and then being like, nope, he's still sitting there, glancing over to look at Walter, nope. Assuming that he's in the middle of something, and that he'll, get up when he's ready to get up. But really just being like, man, I need to, go get coffee. Can Walter please do something? Just, look over at you, nope, he's still just sitting there. Do I get up now? Is it time? Is it morning yet? Looking at the clock, looking over at Walter. I'm just waiting to see what you're going to do, because are you working? Are you doing something important that you need to do before we can leave? I have no idea of what Walter is up to.
Okay, so let's increase it into another level. After some point, yes, Walter turns to you and says, "Hey, still awake?"
Yep. Yes. Yeah. I'm. I just woke up recently. Are you working on something?
Yeah, it seems like. I think it's better to give you a little bit more information about what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, if you think that would be helpful.
Actually, I don't think, but God shows the other. It's better to listen to signals. So, you know about this choir cult stuff, right?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
tried, uh, we tried to get in and had some sort of weird incident inside a
Where we
building.
burned their building down. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and our prime suspect just disappeared, and I believe that it's part of some sort of bigger thing. If you want to think about like that, we can say that it's maybe a part of a bigger cult or bigger entity or something like that. And the thing is, I saw that thing before.
Wait. Like Adara? Like the thing that you guys said she turned into?
Probably some sort of agents of that bigger thing. And it was in Boston.
Okay. So you've seen something like this before, basically.
Not exactly like this, but I mean, you can easily see that he wants to say more stuff about it, but he tries to pause himself. So he's like, yeah, it's something like that, yeah.
Okay, so we're here to investigate how the thing that you saw is tied to the thing that we just saw.
No.
Okay. But we're here because something happened here that might be connected to what just happened.
They're definitely connected.
Okay, definitely connected.
Yeah.
That it's maybe like a bigger cult than just the cult that we encountered.
Yeah, that's some sort of perspective we can say. I mean, I don't know if that's a cult or something else, but
Bad group.
maybe.
I think it's fair to say. Yeah, something bad.
Yeah, it's definitely bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the light comes in and from the window, and it is daytime enough if you wanted to head out. But we're going to cut over to Satori real quick. Satori, you get to the room. Sienna is waiting outside with the keys. She sees you and this tall young man with you, and she has a momentary thought that is suspiciously off target.
Mm-hmm. Understandably.
Yeah. Can I talk to you for a minute before you go in there? Excuse us.
Yeah.
And she takes you, a little bit of ways. What happened that you need the safe house? And she looks over at him as she's talking, when she talks to you, just to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you might want to be looking at him like that. He's not necessarily safe, I would say. But he's involved in this whole thing called the Red Club, which Teddy is a part of. They seem to be a group of people inflicted by some sort of need to hunt. And there's a requirement to get into the Red Club. And that requirement is a number of bodies.
I assume there's going to be a report forthcoming on this.
Yes.
Soon enough.
This is all very new, considering everything that happened today and yesterday, everything that's happened this week. Teddy definitely knows where I live, where Walter lives, and I wouldn't be surprised if they find out sooner or later where the rest of our team lives. And I don't know if they have a very clear motive other than thrills. This is
the
a
worst
fun
motive.
game. Yes.
All right. And obviously you have your weapon with you, so I know
I
you'll
do.
be safe enough with that.
I brought my shotgun from my car with me, so.
Okay. I don't know if you know this, but Nova is sleeping in the office first night in, and she's already staying the night on the cot. Just
Well,
thought
she'll
you
fit
should
right
know
in
that.
then.
You may want to. I'm expanding to an extra room, so that we'll have an extra room. I don't have it yet, but I've started talking to the hotel about getting a few more, at least one more room, and maybe a couple more,
Okay.
just to give us some kind of a place to go collectively if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
You need to. You may want to go wake her up and give her a place to sleep. I mean, she gave me an address as her home, but honestly, I don't know if she was lying about that. Maybe she doesn't have a home. Maybe she.
I don't know. She seemed pretty committed to her work. So there's a cot up there at the very least. I mean, wait.
I know I saw her on it.
Okay, good. I didn't know if you knew about the cot. I didn't know if that was something I was
knew
supposed to
about it.
gatekeep.
I thought it was hidden away or something.
Maggie did hide it, but I kind of watched her hide that. It was mostly so Alder would go home.
Yeah, I know. We had a conversation about it.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Well,
you'll see
I
a
trust
report.
You. Do what you need to do. I do need to know what's going on. You need to give me information about Kyle. You need to investigate Kyle and make sure you know everything you need to know about him too.
Yeah. Well, I have somebody working on that, but I know some things that are not very savory. So he might be in trouble with the law.
Really? Shit.
Yeah.
Don't tell me anything. I don't want to hear any more about that. Because if
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want to be
good.
harboring a fugitive or anything.
I'll take full responsibility for him.
All right. She hands you the keys.
Thank you. Sorry for
in this hotel, by the way,
waking
the
up.
keys are actually like electronic fobs, but they're not like credit card keys.
Yeah, they're like the little ones.
Yeah. All right. Get some sleep while you can.
Thank you.
I'm heading back home. And
Okay.
She leaves.
At least tomorrow's Friday. Or today. And then I walk away.
Yep. It's Friday. Yay.
Yeah.
She heads to the elevators.
I turn towards Kyle.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
She didn't
She,
seem very trusting. She kept looking over at me.
Well, you're
Oh,
a strange
shit.
man, so.
She thinks we're... Oh,
She, I'm pretty sure, thought that was what was going on. Yeah.
yeah, we don't know each other that well.
No. So are you going to be sleeping on the floor, or am I?
Sure, I'll sleep on the floor.
All right.
I hear that bathtubs are comfortable, but I don't believe it. I'd rather sleep on the floor, to be honest.
I bet you've slept in weirder spots.
Like outside your door?
Yeah, or like in the woods, or in grass, or
Yeah. I
under
don't-
something or other on the street. I don't know.
When I come to, I have no idea where I am. And I don't know what happens, but I end up with no clothes. If I had jewelry on or anything, that's gone. All right, get some sleep. Good news was last night was the full moon. And he opens up his little book. He has a little book of like a calendar that has the lunar cycle on it. 29 and a half days. 29 days.
Well, that hopefully gives me enough time to figure out something to help you get that under control.
Thank you, by the way. After what I said,
Of course.
I kind of thought you were going to throw me out, but...
About killing people?
Shh, don't say it out here.
Nobody else is awake, and I walk into the.
And I don't do it on purpose. I can't help it. And he's saying as he's walking in.
Yeah.
I've even tried to not, like, and it's a
I
long
know.
story.
You're not the first person that I've seen afflicted with things that they can't control.
What?
It's not your fault that these things happen to you. It's just what you do about it.
All around you then?
What?
Why the hell's all this stuff around you then? Okay, I'm not the first one. I thought I was the only one.
I work here, Kyle.
But I don't even know what this is.
The Magnus Institute?
Yeah, you kind of told me kind of a thing about it, but I thought you was like, aren't you like Ghostbusters or something?
shit.
Ghost hunting? Like you go to
No.
tours
Don't,
and stuff?
don't be that elementary.
Oh,
I mean, we're investigators of things that you can't explain.
That must be fun to tell the police what you do.
Well, it's not very fun when you have to call the police for somebody spontaneously combusting over by that pool over there.
And he grabs a pillow off one of the beds and pulls the sheets down. I'm just going to sleep over here under the window.
Yeah, you do that, Kyle. And I sit down.
He lays down on the floor and he goes to sleep so fast. It's almost like a narcoleptic response. Just like, boom, he's out.
I do feel a bit safer in here because I know that I salted the walls, like, really well. So I'm like, okay, well, at least the ghostly paranormal types are gonna stay at bay for now. I do my best to get some sleep, but it's a little restless.
Sam, you're the first one into the office. You're super exhausted when you get in.
Oh,
But you did
I was gonna
sleep
ask-
some.
I was gonna ask if the sleep was enough to recover some because I still have my
Yes.
injuries from
I'll give you a
that
dice
fight
back.
2 sessions ago. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 6.
When you get... Oh, nice. Load it up.
Yeah.
And you get into the office, and Nova is sleeping on the cot next to their laptop.
I'm gonna not bother her. If she's like deep in sleep, I'm just gonna like let her be and just be like, oh, okay, well, guess she fits right in, and just sit and start working for the day.
What are you researching? What are you doing for the day?
Sam is thinking about what May said about studying and figuring things out about the occult, so he wants to look, as much as he hates to do this, he wants to look into the group he grew up in with his grandmother and any associations with that woman that had been chasing him.
After doing quite a bit of research time, several hours worth, and by the way, Nova's still sleeping through all of it, you think if this supernatural stuff were real, which it obviously isn't, that she was something called a boo hag. And it's sort of a hoodoo myth. And like voodoo and hoodoo practitioners, sometimes they're known for using natural or making natural drugs and potions, but you would know them obviously as being some kind of a drug that just hasn't been identified by, say, the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
Can I get a research roll from you?
Sure thing. Here's the script. And I believe I'm trained in research.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am. That's a 13.
Okay. You find some really interesting things about them. One thing is they don't have their own skin. They take someone else's skin and wear it for as long as they can and replace it.
Mm.
Which of course is not true, that because it's all, you know.
No, but it's very
spirituals and
disturbing
stuff.
all the same.
They have very short attention spans, and they
Okay.
can be. Traditionally, they've had problems where they can be tricked into counting things and they lose track and they get stuck counting and counting. They're fearful of salt, which you kind of have already got a feel about that. And they have an aversion to haint blue, which is like an indigo. And your grandmother's staff is that color when you see it on screen. And they cannot cross a threshold painted in haint blue.
Hey.
If that were true, of course, which obviously it's not, because all paranormal,
No.
psychopomp.
Would I get an inkling of what she was looking for at all? Because I still don't know.
It doesn't say that. But as you're researching, you find out, no, not that. Never mind. You don't find that out.
Okay.
I'll wait on that.
All right.
And then you hear Nova start to stir. And then you see a head pop up over the desk. And Nova is there. And Nova, you see Sam in there across the room, clicking away on the computer.
She immediately, like, you hear a lot of movement as she like clamors to get up, looking at her phone, thinking she overslept. Did she sleep past her time?
It's almost time to go to head into the office, but Sam's been here for hours.
Okay. She sighs in relief immediately. She's like, "Oh, well, you're an early riser."
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
I guess you slept here, so I don't think that counts. Anyhow, how are you?
You know, pretty good. How are you though?
I'm okay. Just had some stuff to sort out. Apartment, you know.
That's fair. Did you sleep better at least?
A little.
Cool. I'm gonna go out and get coffee and breakfast. Do you want anything?
Just coffee.
Yeah, what do you take?
Sugar, no cream.
Will do.
Thank you.
No worries.
You do know where the coffee places are, and you also know that the coffee in the office is barely food. Not sure why, it's just bad. Satori, you're sleep. You actually fall asleep, and then you suddenly wake up, and you're in the apartment, but things feel off.
Mm-hmm.
You look around and you don't see Kyle, you don't see the pillow or the blanket. The bed is made.
I do have Watcher's know-how, so I do know where to look.
Okay.
Is it just that Kyle isn't here that makes it feel weird, or is there something else going on?
Well, first you're waking up in a place you don't sleep. So you kind of woke up disoriented. But maybe something else.
I just take a glance around.
The apartment looks like when you came in, clean, properly kept. Nothing of Kyle's is there though, like his little go bag is not there.
Yeah. Well, I get up,
Okay.
change into some new clothes,
All right.
and I guess I go to work.
And you open the door and you step out and your feet hit the grass and you look around, and across the street you see a brown hare, and when it sees you, it jumps into the brush across the way, and you see people walking up and down the street. You're not sure what street you're on.
I look around. Do I know where I am?
It looks like you're outside your apartment. But you didn't wake up. You wake up there. Something is off. Like,
I go back into the room.
okay.
Is it still the hotel room?
Yeah.
Hello?
No response.
Kind of like double back, and I go back outside.
And you still see people kind of walking down the street, and you realize they're all going in the same direction.
I look down the street.
The street sort of ends at a tree line. There's a big park way down at the end of the street. There's full of trees and stuff, and they kind of all seem to be walking that direction and towards it. And they're all dressed the same, or so close to the same that you wouldn't think of it any other way.
I start walking that way. I'm gonna glance at my phone if I have it.
You do.
I know sometimes in dreams you are not able to read words, or the time feels weird.
You cannot read any words. They just look like a weird blur of letters on color, but they don't seem. Maybe your eyes are not fully
All right. Kind of convinced it's a dream, so I'm gonna follow them.
And somebody bumps into you and nothing discernible.
I just continue with them.
And you keep walking, and they're all sort of following along, and every now and then you'll see a little brown hare jump from different bushes and run. And the grass it both looks healthy and like it's dying, which makes no sense logically, but there's something wrong with the grass and the brush. The trees hang low and almost like they're sagging at the top. Even the palms, all the palm fronds are hanging really low like this rather than up and active.
Yeah.
And another person bumps into you. And then another one. And you feel yourself sort of being surrounded by walkers. You're still walking.
Yeah. They seem like they're going to a specific spot and stopping, just to the tree line.
Well, the tree line is still way out in the distance.
Okay.
They say, and someone nudges you out of the way, and they walk a little bit faster than you.
Is this a challenge? I'm gonna start walking faster.
You start kind of bumping them and trying to make your way through. It's a little bit like being a pinball, kind of
Yeah.
bouncing through the people. And unless they bump into you, you don't hear any of them talk. There's no words or anything said.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's whistling or doing anything except walking. And the horizon, the tree line, gets a little bit closer and closer, and everyone sort of walks into the tree line. And when they do, they hit the shadows, and they just sort of fade into the park.
I stop right at the tree line
Okay.
and just
Somebody
kind
bumps
of
you. Can I get a
yeah.
might check to make sure you don't get bumped in if you don't want to be?
Yeah. Well, that's a 4.
Okay.
And my might's at a 9 right now.
Okay. Somebody bumps you pretty hard, and you catch yourself at a tree, but you realize you're partially in the shadow. And where your hand went into the shadow, you literally can't see it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and leave. I'm gonna try and go against the grain of the people.
You turn, and when you turn your hand, it looks not like your hand, more like a generic hand.
It's like an unrecognizable.
Like an unhand. It is a hand, but it's featureless. And when you turn to go back, you realize all the people walking this way have no faces.
I'd like to wake up now.
And one of them bumps into you, and you can see there's like movement in the space where there would be a mouth, but there's no mouth hole. And they push you out of the way, and you wake up and you lift yourself up, and the gun is in your hand, and you see Kyle sleeping on the floor, and the sun is just cracking.
I look at my hand. Do I recognize my hand?
You do. It's your
Okay.
hand.
Okay. I just sit up
Kyle
and
is
I take
dead
a moment.
asleep.
And I look at what time it is. Is it about time for me to be heading
About
in?
time to head to work.
Okay. I go get dressed, and then I come kick Kyle awake, and I just let him know that I'm gonna be in my office.
All right, where's that?
It's on the 3rd floor.
Oh,
Just ask Dawn where I'm at if you need anything.
all right. Good night.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Yeah. Of course. Get some sleep, buddy.
On your way to the door, you hear him snore, let out a big snorty snore.
I just go, oh, Kyle, and I open the door to
You
leave.
step out into the hall. You get into the office. Sam is already there. Nova is there. The cot is out right near Nova. There's an indent in it. And Nova is sort of sitting up and staring at Sam and like coming to. Back in Boston, the two of you wake up, the two of you realize it's time to go somewhere because the sun peels your eyes apart and makes sure that you know day is upon. Where are
Okay,
you
so
going?
I have a question.
Okay.
Probably it wasn't important in the beginning because we just left the city and got into the room and stuff. but in the morning, probably Walter will try to see if he still keeps the phone number of the officer he worked with before. And the question is, did I see the message coming from Satori? Because there's a huge SOS there.
You probably did get the SOS.
Okay, right in that moment, like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I just spamming questions like, I don't want to hear any kind of news of another dead person, for example.
Right. So Tori, you get the message when you wake up. You see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get to the office, and then I'm just gonna call Walter,
Okay.
like on speaker, with everybody around, so I could get everybody the lowdown.
Okay. You get a
Okay,
call.
so Walter basically shouts at the phone like, "Hey, is everything okay?"
Everything's fine now. I've got
happened?
Sam here and Nova here. I'm gonna put you on speaker. Can Alder hear me?
Alder,
Anyone
you can-
died?
Nobody's dead yet.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What happened?
Teddy paid me a visit at my apartment and broke my door down.
Eddie?
Yeah. I shot them twice, so
Who's
they
Teddy?
left. Theodora, the person that killed Maggie.
What the fuck?
From the other side of the phone. Yeah. No, I know. It's kind of wild. No, but I thought you should know. I'm glad you're out of town, because she kind of knows where you live too.
What?
She knows where you live. She apparently followed us from the rally.
You think that is connected to the case, or?
It's connected to something similar. They're part of this thing called the Red Club. We've been doing a little bit of research about it, but apparently the requirement to get into the club is that you have to have killed at least 6 people.
And right in that moment, I'll turn back to Alder and say, "What the fuck is this Red Club?"
I think that Nova was doing some research about it the other day. I actually don't know that. I kind of just know what they were saying.
And he yells back at the phone once again, like, "What the fuck is this Red Club?"
I'm gonna look over to Nova. Do you have more information on this?
Did I manage to glean more than just
Yeah.
somebody was part of it?
There's actually more than just killing 6 people. Let me get that info real quick. So they have to kill 6. They have to wound in some way that leaves people scarred for life 6. And they have to maim 6 that is unrecoverable. And the final is you have to kill one of the Red Club members in your own hunt of them.
I relay all of that and say, also, Teddy is an overachiever because Teddy has killed 12 people, as far as I can find so far.
12?
12, including Maggie.
Damn, I thought it was only 7.
Last I checked last night, it was only 7. By the time I finished researching at 1 a.m., it was 12. They're not connected yet. There's a couple of cases that are dispersed between police and FBI, unfortunately, and they haven't really made a connection. I plan to reach out and let them know that there is a tie later today.
You know that there's actually a liaison that the office has for working with law enforcement directly. So they would be the ones to send out info.
Cool.
I'll connect with them.
Perfect. Do we know if any of those 12 were involved in murders of their own?
I do not, but I can certainly look that up and look into it. I will say that if Teddy is in town, you need to be very careful. Teddy is probably armed with a shotgun and a pistol that they stole off of a police officer in Florida.
Oh.
Well, I guess here. But
you're just not used to being here yet.
Yeah. Sebring, Florida.
Well, she didn't have a pistol on her last night, just a club, so...
Yeah, she bought that off TikTok. TikTok
shop?
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay, well, yeah, did you get all that, Walter?
I'm still trying to understand what's really going on there. Like, is that some sort of headhunt for our team?
Maybe. I think she might be doing it for fun.
For fun?
Yeah. She was really happy when she knocked down my door. I mean, she was not happy that she had to, but I think she enjoyed it.
Oh, shit. Can you just survive for a couple of days at least? We still have to do some research here.
Yeah, no, I'll keep a living.
At least.
Yeah,
we'll survive.
at least.
We'll survive. Don't worry, Walter.
I don't know. I mean, we have to do some research here, and I don't know if that's connected with the cult. And if it's connected with the cult, we will find another lead from here, and maybe you can find another lead from there, and we can solve this. I don't know. It sounds weird and dangerous.
Yeah, we can try and figure out if Adara was a part of this Red Club. Because if it leads back to the Red Club, then that's where we need to focus everything.
Okay, so just fill us in with the details when you find more.
Okay. Same goes for you. Good luck. Don't die.
And you hear something like, "That's Sienna," and then it's something like, I mean, Walter thinks that, yeah, I was drunk, but I was right. We have to have more security and safety stuff around the office. Shit.
Yep. Yeah. And I look back to half of my team. Well, good morning.
Hey,
Looks
you guys,
like it's
do mornings real weird here.
Yeah, it's just this week, you know. That was kind of like the morning briefing, but if anything else happens last night and wants to tell me about it, I kind of give a glance to Sam because I know he was with somebody else last night, and so I'm like, did they hang out? What happened? I don't know. And then I'm just like, I've got a bunch of paperwork I need to sign out. I'm gonna be staying at the safe room for a bit, so.
No, but
if you also,
safe room.
What?
Yeah, if you also
didn't know
don't.
They had a safe room.
Oh yeah, right.
It's just
We just have those, yeah.
yeah, it's in the hotel.
Got it.
Sienna's trying to get more, so if you feel not safe going home, just let me know and I can try and get a room. But you have a home, right, Nova?
I do. I have an apartment.
Okay, good.
I finished work pretty late, and by the time I got home and slept, and it's might as well just
It's the
stay
best
at that
of
point.
us. You know,
Yeah.
it's happened to me. I understand.
Um,
We're on a roll.
I have a report compiled. I'll give to you
Okay.
a little later.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I don't know if this is relevant, but Maggie's mom is alive. If we needed to reach out and ask questions,
Yeah.
she just might not. I just don't know what she would be like to talk to. Is all.
Yeah. I could give her a call. No, I'm sure she's not in the best state of mind at the moment.
No.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah.
Do you guys have like a group chat?
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
how
I
did
can add
Walter
you.
know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can add you to the group chat.
Cool.
I add Nova to the group chat.
Thank you.
Okay. Where do you go, Walter and Alder? What is your day going to consist of?
I have no idea. Alder wants to stop and
know.
get coffee from somewhere. The hotel cannot be worse than the office, so if it's from the hotel, that's fine. I'm just looking at Walter.
Okay, so do you need an outline of the plans? Like that?
That would probably help. Yeah.
So
Or just like a where we're going works too.
so after closing the phone, he just tries to get back to what happens in Boston. Like, okay, so I think we had better mornings. Anyways, I I will go check someone at the police department about a case that is, I believe, it was related to our not the current, but one of our recent issues.
Okay. Like with the cult still?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go talk to someone at the police station who was involved in another case that relates to the cult.
Yeah, actually, it was the officer that helped me out when I was here before to do some research.
So you've already done research in Boston.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to bring everything together at the same time. Maybe we should go one step at a time. So I changed the plans. We will pay a visit to another place.
To where?
I will bring Alder to my childhood house,
Okay.
my own neighborhood.
When you leave the hotel, it is a foggy morning in Boston. Kind of a heavy fog. And obviously you know how to get there. So you don't need a whole lot of direction or instruction or anything. Although things have changed since you were young. Your nose is a little bit stuffy from the fog. You're not used to the cold dampness that you're getting here. Alder, your nose is fine. It's not all that stuffy. And you pull up to a yard with a concrete slab, old, worn. Flowers and plants are growing through the cracks in it. The fog, rolls over and you get out of the car.
Okay, so the question is, does it look like someone could be living inside?
There's no house there. It is
No
just
house.
a foundation.
Oh.
And Alder, you smell baked bread? Baking.
Are there other houses like nearby, and just this is the only one that's a foundation, or are we just like?
No, there are other houses. This is the only one
Okay,
that's a
okay.
foundation.
Okay.
So you can easily see that Walter's shocked.
So Walter, this is where we were going?
Let me introduce you. This was my house, in my childhood. And
Like-
apparently, someone had other plans.
Okay. Like right here, this was where your house was. Okay.
The bread smells so good.
Well, one of your old neighbors must be a really good baker then.
Walter, you remember there was a bakery right down the street, and every morning they were baking, and it always smelled amazing.
Okay, so he just says the smell is coming from there, but
But you
neighbors
don't
are
smell
not
it. Your
the same.
nose is stuffy. You don't smell it.
Oh, sorry. There's a bakery over there, but neighbors are all changed. For the last time I came here,
Oh.
couldn't find
Uh-huh.
anyone.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like people move.
People move. So, do they move all together at the same time, like a whole couple of blocks? Most of the neighborhood?
Not normally. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
And you see somebody going from their house to their car in the house next to this lot. And they kind of look at you as they're going out to their car.
I'm looking back.
Morning.
Yeah.
You looking to build there?
When did you move in here?
Oh, I've been here 5-6 years now.
It was my childhood house in this empty field.
That one?
Yeah.
Wait. Which time that it burned down did you live in it?
I started to have some sort of interest in this conversation, so I'll just take a couple of steps closer to this person, and I'll just say, it was long time ago, but actually, I just spent some time, like my summers when I was just a little kid. I barely remember the surroundings, but I'm trying to reach out any relatives. Have you heard anything about what happened to this place?
It's burned down like 4 times. Every time someone rebuilds it, it burns down. They call it the firehouse for a reason.
Oh, I didn't know that it was a name. Wow.
It's a nickname. That's why I was asking you, because I'm just telling you, you don't want to build there. They don't last.
Is that why it's just an empty field right now?
Yeah, I mean, the concrete's still undamaged. I mean, it's probably got smoke damage or fire damage from the fires, but that's the only thing there anymore.
Okay, so
I mean,
thanks,
if you really
buddy.
want to build, I mean, it's up to you, but I don't even know who owns it anymore, but I got to get to work, though.
Okay, thanks.
And he gets in his car and drives off.
And I'll just get back to near our car and just say, seems like I have to find another number. And now I'll just try to find the other guy, the sales guy, I will say,
What are
the
you
estate
doing?
agent.
Oh, okay. What are you doing, Alder, when Walter starts looking at stuff on the phone?
Probably just like, you know, standing there. I think I stood there and like watched the conversation as he starts looking. I'm
Mhm.
like, so are we there? Are we looking into something here? Are we moving on? It seems like you were expecting there to be a building here still.
Have you heard what he said?
Yeah, that it burns down all the time.
Does it ring a bell?
Well, yeah, with like the fire and like the fire kind of like curse thing of the cult. Do you think the house was cursed?
You getting warmer?
Pun intended.
You do you think like wait, because this was your house, is like your family cursed? Or like part of the cult or something like that?
That's why we are here, because I found this back in the cult's building, and
Okay.
it has some sort of weird rooms around it. And I just suddenly remembered that I saw them before, and that was inside the building when I was a little kid. Obviously, I didn't understand anything at all when I was little, but right now I started to understand that this is somehow related to my past. And right now we are here because I will try to find any kind of connection with, I don't know, some friends of my family, maybe.
Alder, your mouth is filled with a sooty, ashy smell when this thing comes out, and it's visceral. This is the first time when it went from taste to texture.
Don't like that. Yeah, there's definitely a like noticeable, visible reaction as soon as you pull that thing out, on Alder's face. And I think instead of responding to anything you just said, as much as there was a lot there.
Can I get a might roll? It's a level 2.
Lovely.
It's easy to make. You just need to roll above a
Okay,
7.
okay. Oh, that's easy. So easy.
Above a 6, a 7 or higher.
I rolled an 8, so we're fine.
But you almost retch. You feel this like in the back of your throat, and you feel there's something in your mouth. Like, it's not just like you feel a texture that's not there. It's obviously there's stuff in there.
Mhm. I think I'll kind of like intentionally like spit something out onto the ground, like, and see like if I'm like spitting out like ash.
Oh, you're just spitting out saliva.
Don't like that either. Walter, could you put that thing away,
Okay,
please? It tastes really, really, really nasty. As soon as
What
he
do you
puts it
mean?
away,
Wait a
does
second.
it go away?
What do you mean by that?
Yes, slowly. It doesn't. It's not immediate.
Ah. You know how like with the rock that Maggie left, like when I touched it, were you around for that? Like when I touched the rock and I could like smell things. Sometimes things that have magic to them I can like smell and taste. I don't exactly know why. I
You
thought it was
didn't
just
show
a
me that
ghost
stone.
thing. Oh. Yeah, you might have been on the roof when that happened. Yeah, Maggie left me a rock. It's just kind of a normal rock, but when I touch it, I smell and taste things and nobody else does. Until you pulled that out, I kind of thought that like it was just a ghost thing. But maybe it's not, because I'm not. Well, I guess that thing could be connected to ghosts if it's like a magic cursed item. Maybe it's killed people.
Okay, we will talk about. I mean, I have no idea about what it really is. I just heard that it's something given to you, but we will talk about it, but not right now.
Okay.
There are two
Yeah.
things that are important.
Okay.
First thing, do you start to realize the pattern or some sort of lead into this now?
I think so. That like
Okay.
you're saying your back's like your past is connected to the cult, and like you've seen these runes before in your house. So
There's actually more stuff in it, like some weird vision, like dreams, nightmares, and lots of other stuff as well. But that's another concern, not for now.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
second thing is, we will keep this between us until we have a solid proof of everything.
Okay. I'm assuming that's what we're here to find the solid proof that you're connected somehow to the cult stuff, or like your family is.
Yes, I
Okay.
believe that my family is somehow related to it, but I don't know what kind of connection it was. So they have to have some friends or some I don't know, relatives or something. Like if they're part of an organization, they have to have some other people, like co-workers maybe. You have to find those people.
Alder, he's talking to you, and his back is to the house, and the fog sort of opens up for a moment, and you see a standing mirror in the house, and then the fog rolls closed again, and you can't see the foundation anymore. It's like the fog rolled and you saw it, and the fog thickened again.
Like I saw it like on the foundation, just a
Yeah.
mirror.
Yeah, like in the like one of those standing ones
Okay.
that stands and has like a frame that holds it up, and just out in the middle of the foundation.
I think I'm gonna walk over and be like, hang on, one sec, Walter. And I'm gonna like walk over there and
The
try and see what the
smell-
heck the mirror's doing there.
The smell of the baked food
Okay, good smell.
becomes burnt toast instead
Oh.
of baked goods. And the fog as you near the house, the fog takes on a greenish tinge.
Okay, this area definitely feels like it might be. I like look around to see if anyone's there because I don't want to say like this area is cursed if there's a bunch of people listening. But if no one's there, I'm kind of like it definitely feels like this area might be kind of cursed. If I like walk through the fog, do I find the mirror?
When you put your foot onto the house, to the foundation, you feel a foreboding and you feel a stress.
That a mechanical stress?
Yes. You feel
Why do I
something
ask?
wrong. And your foot sits there and the fog thickens a little bit. Walter, you see when she goes to step over there, the fog thickens enough that she sort of disappears into the fog. Like it just became heavy. And it's only maybe 30 yards between the car and the house.
After waiting a couple of seconds, I'll just try to yell like, Alder, hey, can you hear me? Are you there? I hope
You
we
hear-
can survive for a couple of days.
You can hear Walter really far away. Like, fog does really weird things to sound. I don't know if you know that, but it makes sound feel distant. And Walter sounds distant. Yeah, like that. Perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you. There's something very wrong with this whole place.
Oh no! So I'm probably getting into the fog.
Yeah, when you step into the fog, it's very thick, and you get within a few steps of the foundation, and you realize that there is actually framework here. There's the charred remains of your home. The structure of building is there, but none of the stuff. And it's all black and charred, bits of ash. Alder, you see Walter come up, and he's suddenly next to you. You realize, Alder, that there are little moths and stuff sort of flitting about in the around the foundation and everything. Little
Do
black and
I
white
see
moths.
the frame?
No.
No, okay. Didn't think so.
We'll come back to here in a second. Satori, everyone's in the office. You see everything going on. Research happening. You're doing your paperwork. You get all your paperwork done. Sienna's very happy. And it's almost lunchtime. And you realize you haven't heard from Kyle. Your team has been dead silent, just working on whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do now?
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go check on Kyle. I'm just be like, I can go get lunch for everybody. That sounds good if they're enveloped in their work. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to, but I can go get everybody their regular from the sandwich shop.
Wait, does Nova have a regular?
Oh yeah, Nova needs their regular.
Nova has headphones in and is blaring metal music right now.
Sam's
I go
gonna
tap.
reach. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tap Nova's shoulder.
You actually feel like it would be good to walk and stretch. You haven't moved in 24 hours.
Yeah. You want a sandwich?
I won't say no.
Okay, did you want to come with or stay?
Yeah, I'll come with. I'll help you carry things.
Okay. I gotta go do something first. Can meet our friend that's staying in the safe house.
Cool. Sounds fun.
And I get up and we go and walk to the hotel safe house room.
Okay. And you get there and you open the door and you're immediately blasted to the sound of urine hitting water.
All right, close the door.
Hold on, I'm almost done. Give me a sec.
Okay.
And he comes out. All right, I'm done. Sorry.
You have clothes on?
Or not everyone. Sorry, Satori. Yeah, I got clothes on.
Okay,
What do
open
you
the
think?
door.
I'm an animal?
Yes. Kyle, this is Nova. Nova, this is Kyle.
What's up?
How you doing, Nova? And he puts his hand out, see if you want to shake it.
Yeah, she takes it and she'll shake it firmly.
He has kind of a not strong handshake, actually. Surprisingly not strong for being a relatively tall person and whatnot. You notice, Satori, he had already made the bed and actually made it look good. Like, not like a bullshit make the bed, tossing it up, but actually made. I was gonna get some food. You wanted to?
We're gonna go get a sandwich if you wanted to come with.
I was gonna order room service, but sure, I'll come. Why not?
It's a good sandwich shop. I think you'll like it.
All right. where are you from Nova? And he comes out with you and closes the door. He starts talking as you're walking.
I'm from a really small town in Canada.
Oh,
Mm.
a lot of Canadians, they live in Hollywood, on the beach. Do you you live there? You live in there?
No, I live in town
You know
now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And you get in the elevator, and Donna's in the elevator, and another woman is in the elevator, a woman with elegance, like a long, pretty dress, and she's smoking in the elevator. Sorry, and she waves with a cigarette stalk the smoke out of the way of you. Sorry. And she, let's go, Don. We can't stand here all day. Ms. Falk, Nova, Mr.
Don?
Vo.
Hmm.
So formal,
Where
Don.
to?
First floor.
And she goes, Don's always formal. That's why he is so amazing at this particular job.
He does a very good job. Gives good advice.
Where are you kids going?
Sandwich shop.
The sandwich shop.
Yeah, it's lunchtime, Don. You want me to grab you something?
She puts the cigarette stalk in her mouth. Come with me. You're not eating a cheap sandwich. And she puts her arms out for you.
I just look both ways, kind of like, huh? You have a different spot?
Oh, yes. The observation lounge. The chef in there. Oh my gosh. I'm going to teach you how to eat good around this place. Let's go.
Okay. I mean, as long as I'm eating, I'll be happy.
And she walks you to the other end of the building, to the observation lounge, which you recognize only from the top, Satori, since you're
Yeah.
always looking down through the dome of the stained glass into it. She sits at the bar. Do you mind sitting at the bar to eat?
Oh, I don't mind.
No,
Tony.
not at all.
And she taps on the bar. Can we get a bottle
No
of cognac?
alcohol.
Three sniff.
No
what?
alcohol for him. And I point to Kyle.
You're too young to be his mother.
No, it's a morals thing.
I don't really know what that means. I have no morals. So, 3 snifters, 1 Coca-Cola. And she rolls her eyes. And, can we get some of the prime rib? Don't tell the other people in here that it's here. Because, of course, Eiley. Or, of course, Miss Gray. And he turns and goes back in and starts making an order. Where do you work around here?
Yeah. What was your name? I'm Satori.
I'm Eiley.
Eiley Gray?
Eiley Gray, yes. Nova, you see there's a photo above the bar of a young lady that looks very much like her. But it's a black and white photo. She has like a short bob, and she kind of looks at you looking at that, and she goes, I know, my grandmother looks almost the same as I do.
It's uncanny, really.
You're not what do they call them? Tony, what do they call people that don't eat food? Vegetarian. You're not a vegetarian, are you?
God, no. No.
All right. Kyle, you can go sit with the boring people if you'd like, or you can stay with us. Hang with the ladies.
I just give him a glance.
Kyle's
Like,
all right,
eh?
I'll stay. Okay.
Was
Just
that
the 4
woman?
ladies then.
that woman in the picture the founder of the building, like the
Yes.
architect?
Yes.
Remind me of her name again. Eileen.
Eileen. Gray.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Well, I just got in. I'm on vacation. I thought, why not? Meet some new people, some new friends, and eat, drink. I'm going to drink my ass off today. I hope none of you are going back to work. Except
We
Kyle.
are.
Kyle
Yeah.
definitely needs to go back to work because he's not even drinking when he can drink.
Yes.
And Kyle's just looking like, so what do you do? What do you do around here?
We work upstairs.
Oh, no,
the
not
third
work. For fun.
Oh,
I don't care what you do for work. Nobody.
I
wants
go to
know
the
about
shooting
anybody's
range.
work. Oh.
Fishing. Yeah, fishing, shooting, camping. That's what I do.
My mother was quite a shot. Quite a shot.
Yeah, I've heard about her. Beautiful building she built. It's amazing.
You
Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
Have you noticed the furniture?
Yes, I absolutely have noticed the furniture.
The furniture is heavy, unmovable, beautiful. Everything's handmade. You know, Don has been making sure that nobody messes with all the stuff that and she seemed to have a hard time even saying my grandmother created. And but you know, he takes care of things. And
Yeah, how
food-
long
the
have
food
you
comes out.
known Don?
Oh, my whole life. Most of my life, I guess. At
Yeah.
some point I was a baby and a child, I guess, and it seems to you, you're a good judge of character. It seems
Yeah.
to you like a lot of what she's saying is her kind of making shit up
I feel like something's
as she
off.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
The food comes out. Look at that. The au jus. You forgot the horseradish sauce. I hope that you're not torturing us on purpose. The ladies here need to eat. And Tony goes back. Of course, Mom. I hope you enjoy your horseradish and your lunch. And there's asparagus, and she picks the asparagus off, and she puts that on Kyle's plate.
You
And
know,
she picks up her snifter of cognac.
Eileen.
Eileen,
heard a-
please. Oh, you're talking about
I
my
think I cut out.
grandmother.
Am I here?
You are here.
Okay, there we go. Eileen, my associate does not stop talking about Eileen. She loves Eileen. All right, he loves Eileen,
Oh? Who would
Always
that be?
curious about the mysteries of the hotel. Oh, their name's Alder.
If they'll be here in the next couple of days, tell them to come and visit. We'll have dinner, drinks. Who knows? We might even get someone to dance. Someone not like Kyle, of course, but someone who likes to dance. Kyle goes, I like to dance.
Getting picked on, Kyle. You going to defend yourself?
And he just doesn't even know what to say with it. And she leans into you and she goes, I think he plays for the wrong team anyway. Like, I would have no interest in someone like him.
What do you mean by that,
Let me
Eileen?
rephrase that. I don't play for that team.
What do you mean?
He's...
You talking about teams like Fruity? You think he's Fruity?
No, I think he's not. That's the problem.
Oh. Are you Fruity?
Whose arms did I hold out to walk me to this restaurant?
I look to Nova.
Just like
And she
so-
takes a drag. I wasn't born yesterday. So, are you going to be here tomorrow for lunch also?
I mean, it's my day off, but that's never stopped me from coming in here before.
Nova? Because Saturday nights, the whole shindig is like, it's a real shindig. Everyone that's anyone is here.
I don't think I'm doing anything, so I can certainly come.
It's nice to have some friends here so that we can cut a rug in a way that. Do you know how to dance to jazz?
I don't.
Oh, please.
I
You can't
do
do the
not.
Charleston at least? Or the.
I've got 2
Chattanooga
left
choo-choo.
feet.
We'll fix
I
that.
skipped out on the whole swing dance stuff in high school, so
Kyle, do you know how to dance? And she looks over him. I can dance. I don't know about those dances. All right. You're invited too then. Between the two of us, we'll teach your friends here, Satori and Nova, to do the Charleston the right way. Tony,
Please.
we have a band here tomorrow night, right? Not one of those didges? Yes, there's a band here. You requested it. And she's like, okay, great. And you eat, and she's very flirty with the two of you. Not so much with Kyle. And she smokes and drinks. She drinks twice as fast as anybody else, sucking down the cognac. Have you ever had a cigar on the ceiling under the
Yeah.
moonlight? Wait,
yeah, I
what?
have in fact. Yeah,
All right.
smoke up there a lot.
And she puts her arm around you and she kneels. You're the kind of lady I like. Cigars.
Don't
you're
make
drinking
me
your cognac.
blush. My goodness.
Nova, do you smoke cigars? How about cigarettes, if not that?
I smoke cigarettes. Yeah.
Have you tried Mary Jane?
I have before, yes.
I might be getting some tomorrow. Don't tell the cops.
I heard nothing.
All right.
Can I roll like a perception or use
Of
my
course.
watcher's know-how? Because I am kind of convincing myself that this might be Eileen.
Okay.
Because Dawn is pretty old and does not look very old. And I have a feeling she is also kind of not giving into the truth of herself here.
Okay.
Also,
you can
her
roll it.
terminology is very old.
Yeah.
And nobody
Catch.
smokes with a long
No.
Yeah.
anymore, so.
But I'll roll like a perception.
It could be a trend that's coming back.
It's
It's not.
Ooh,
Maybe
that's
she's trying
a
to.
17.
Oh, yeah. There's something off about her. She seems way older than she looks. As Nova had pointed out, the terminology and lingo is way off. She is a gadabout.
Mhm.
Another term not used.
Does she seem like when we talk about Eileen, like it's very personal that she's
Yes.
taking like these? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Protective of her grandmother's work, maybe.
Mhm.
Or respectful of it, at least.
Yeah. I know what I think, though.
And
I
before
think
you
we're-
leave... Oh, go on.
Sorry. I was just going to make a comment. I think Alder's going to be really upset when we tell him when he gets back.
Totally. Don told me... Don is a sweetheart, by the way.
Hmm.
Told me that you all do seances somewhere in this building. Is that true? He said someone did a seance the other day or something. That's so exciting. You don't know anything about Alder doing that.
Not exactly. I did not hear about any seance. Someone doing a seance?
Oh, damn.
Please
Always
do
fun.
tell.
I'll find out. I'll ask Don later and I'll find out. It'll be our secret.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we can
Sounds
get one
good.
going at the party. That would be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
But
Well, We've been sitting for more than an hour, and I know that you have a lunch break that is 1
Probably
hour
only
long,
an hour,
right? Because
yeah.
everybody has 1 hour.
Yeah.
You need to just retire while you're young. It's just the way. It's the better way.
You know, the work finds me, so it's kind of
Oh,
where I have
no.
to be. Yeah.
Are you a creative?
A what?
An artist?
Like an artist?
Yes. If that's not the
No.
work finding you, then you're working too hard.
I like the
I
way
don't
you
know how to
think.
explain this.
Then don't. I will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Bring
I'll be there.
shoes that are comfortable, because we'll be dancing all night. You're not going home before 4.
Well, yeah, okay.
And she points at both of you. You're not going home before 4. I'm not going to be abandoned to the wiles of the people that will be here when I
All of the
already
people
have
that
better
love you,
friends.
so you can tell.
Well,
Everybody in
Tony-
here.
Tony loves me, and he knocks on the That's right. That's right, Eileen. All right, well.
All right.
Oh, and
Thank you.
Thank
when
you.
you leave, thank you. You all
Bring
leave,
back food for Sam.
Yeah.
and she slides. Can I get a perception check from you, Satori? She slides the remnants of the cognac bottle into Kyle's hands. At the back
I rolled
of
an
his
8.
hands. Totally, he got away. You didn't see it. And you go back to the room. You bring the food back to Sam, who has been abandoned in the office for an hour plus.
We got you ribs.
What?
No, I said we were getting sandwiches, but there's ribs and asparagus and a whole bunch of good
Oh.
stuff in this.
Prime.
Hey? What?
We ended up
Why'd
just,
you change your mind?
well, we ran into Eileen Gray.
I don't know if
The-
you know. Do you know who that is? Has Alder
Well, Alder
talked to you about
talks
it?
about Alder
Yeah,
talks
you-
about
you
her all
know.
the time,
Yeah,
so
you're
I
probably
would
the only one
definitely.
who would instantly know the name.
Yeah, it's like
The picture is up
building-
on the corkboard.
Yeah,
Like the
like-
picture,
It's in,
and I
like,
believe it's just
bolded
labeled
letters.
like
Yeah.
ghosts. Like
Yes.
So I was gonna look at the picture point and be like, that Eileen?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's that
No.
Eileen.
Oh,
She's-
come on.
she's
Come
not
on,
going-
Eileen.
She's not going by Eileen.
Oh, she said that she's her granddaughter.
That's what
Oh,
she
well,
said.
that makes more sense. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
I
Did
don't
Eileen
believe-
ever get married?
I don't know.
Alder
don't
would be
know.
able to
Alder
tell
would
you.
have talked. No, but Alder would have probably said something. That's why, like, Sam's going through in his head,
You,
like,
you don't remember her. You don't remember
Ah.
Alder ever saying that she got married. So
Okay.
your suspicion is not.
maybe she
Alder would have.
adopted.
Yeah, she goes by Eileen, right?
Eileen.
Eiley, yeah.
She goes by
Interesting.
Eileen.
Why was she? I mean, it's her grandma's building, I guess, but she's
Man,
never been here until
He's
now.
here
I
on
guess.
vacation, I'm told.
That's what she
Um,
said.
Okay, I'm not gonna think too hard about that.
Mm,
I'll
Well-
just take the ribs.
yeah, here you go.
Sam,
Thanks.
while they were gone, you were continuing your research, and you did find something unusual about Adara.
Okay.
Adara owns a pharmaceutical company in New Orleans called Body Heat Pharmaceuticals. And they've been manufacturing new drugs with various effects, but have one shared property. They're undetectable on any standard drug test within 2 hours of use. And that means blood, urine, hair, stool, skin, etc. None of them. Some of the manufacturing is even of existing drugs with this undetectable property. So they work with other pharmaceutical companies, testing them. And some are hallucinatory and could be used for altered states of perception or altered perception syndrome, which is a more modern term for schizophrenia. And it's believed to have been producing these for more than a decade, but they have no known buyers that you can find.
Oh, known buyers.
So how are they even running?
Maybe they don't have a public buying record.
They have no clients that you can find.
I don't know if this would be metagaming or not, but things started getting really weird. Well, things started getting more weird recently when the man with like reddish hair showed up, and that's when he first started getting those hallucinations. Does Sam feel like that might be connected?
Well, you remember taking a drug test after
Yeah.
that thing happened, but it was like a full day later, or at least 8 or 10 hours later.
Hmm.
And it at least makes you suspicious that maybe the stuff that you've been seeing has an answer that isn't supernatural. Like that is a
possible.
potential way of it feeds your skepticism.
But then why would Adara be making these?
That's another rabbit hole to research.
Okay, Sam makes note of that.
And you eat your delicious prime rib and asparagus and oh no. You're there, okay.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Now you're back in the right place too. That was a very quick drop and back on.
That's just how my internet is. It's been very cold and windy and it's snowing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in Boston. Walter, when you see the frame come into view as you walk through the fog, you feel a certain amount of stress also? Because you know there was nothing there until you got close.
Okay.
What are all these moths doing here?
You notice there's a fair number of them sort of fluttering about around Walter, too.
Mhm.
And they're black and white. I think I have a picture of them.
If I like say that out loud though, like Walter, and you hear that, do you also see moths? Like,
Walter, you don't see any moths.
this
Walter,
whole area is so strange.
Walter stops for a second, and then just he's like trying to remember something, and then do you see any kind of color around me, like an aura?
No colored. Well, I mean, is everything still kind of greenish?
Yes, a green tinge to the fog itself, it seems.
Okay. I mean, like because Walter is next to me now, right?
He's near you, yeah.
Near me, okay. Like everything, like the fog is just kind of weirdly green. You in particular, I mean, no, just like all the moths around you.
Okay.
How are those
so-
not like bothering you? Like they're kind of like flying in your face. You're gonna like try and okay, whatever, that's fine if they don't bother you, I guess.
I have another question.
Okay.
Let's pick a number, like 7, for example. What do you think about a number like 7? Does it remind you any kind of color or any kind of tune?
Does it?
No.
No, it just 7. How is that relating to like the building and like it is Are you seeing 7 of something? What's going on?
I'm not sure if it's the correct time to talk about it, but I think you have. There's a term for this situation, but I don't remember what it was. But it's something like sometimes people hear some sort of tune and they started to get some sort of weird taste in their mouth, like having different kind of different kind of senses, and it creates some sort of other thing.
I mean, yeah, like that, like when I like touched the stone, right? Like what I was telling you, or like when you pulled that thing out earlier and I'm like tasting stuff. But do you know, are you saying like you know why that happens?
I don't know. Are you a psychic?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Someone told me once that like the barrier between like me and ghosts was like weaker or something. But
Like,
again, I'm not like, I think that she didn't want to exactly use that word.
Wait a second. Can you have any kind of connection with ghosts?
I think so. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I talk about it like have a connection with ghosts, but I've never actually, I don't know that I've ever talked to a ghost before. I think a ghost has maybe talked to me. I don't know, when I talk about it with like Sam, he obviously doesn't believe me. I realize I might have never talked about it with you before, which I feel like you might believe me.
Look. If that's not a joke or any kind of misunderstanding, you might have some sort of connection with that kind of things. And you know what? We can use that in our advantage right fucking now. Because people died in this place before when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And we have zillions of questions. And maybe you can ask those questions to them in hope to get some answer.
Yeah, I think I might be able to do that. Like, I actually was trying to kind of, like, actually, like, right before leaving, I wanted to ask Maggie some stuff. And I was trying to talk to her, but then Dawn interrupted me and he told me that I shouldn't do that because it was dangerous. But if you're here, and you think it's fine, then I can try, yeah?
Look, it's always dangerous because when you try to get in connection with the entities in different places, you can say, you have to be in some sort of trance. So that means your spiritual connection with your body will be shrinks a little. That means we have to get you back in time, otherwise you can even stuck like that for the rest of your life, like coma.
Oh, fun.
But the good thing is, I'm the occult consultant for the institute, so
yeah. So you know what you're doing.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
reassuring.
Super reassuring. This is more information than Alder has ever gotten on this. Alder's like clinging to your every word. No one has answered my questions before, and I think Alder's like, why didn't I talk to Walter months ago? I knew that he was smart about this kind of
You were
stuff.
terrified of him.
Yes, because he's very intimidating.
And right now, Walter is like, I mean, Walter feels like a mad scientist right now. Like, yeah, that's a great opportunity for some experiments.
Yeah, I mean, if you think that I could like talk to the people who lived here, then I think that's the fastest way to get information. Probably is just instead of talking to friends who we may or may not be able to find, just talking to the people directly. How do I do that?
We have to do some preparations, but the more important thing is we still don't know what we are dealing with. So gathering information is still the most important thing, because I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they sold their soul to some sort of elemental demon or something like that. That means when you try to get that connection, that could be understood from the other side. They can haunt you. They can, I don't know, try to possess your body. They can give you weird nightmares for the rest of your life. We don't have, we have to do it safely. So information comes first.
Okay. That makes sense. Like, I'm a researcher, so information. Where do we get the information from?
The police department.
Got it. So police department,
Let's go.
then back here. Okay, let's go.
Okay. So you leave. That's what I'm assuming is happening, right? You're leaving the foundation.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going to the
car.
police station,
Okay.
yeah.
As you walk out of the fog, the smell of the burnt toast, the burned bread fades. The green of the fog turns into just the normal color. And when you get in the car and you look, the fog parts for a moment and you see that mirror sitting in the middle of the foundation. And,
Walter, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna like try and get Walter's attention because I want to see if he can see it too.
And the fog fills it almost right away. When you look up, you don't see anything, Walter.
Burnett, I keep seeing a mirror just like on the. Does that mean anything to you? It's just like a really tall mirror just in the middle of the foundation.
Walter, you
The
did
fog.
have a mirror in your closet when you were a kid. A big, tall mirror that was... Your mom was storing it there because it didn't fit anywhere else and she needed the space.
Yeah, and I'll like describe what it looks like too.
I'll just say, okay, let's try to find it. Maybe that's something you can see and I can't, and I don't know, maybe you can interact with it.
Yeah,
Let's go for it.
it's just like on the middle of the empty lot, but every time we try and get to it, I think the smoke stops us, so I'm not sure if we like... It'll probably be here when we come back if we want to go to the police station first still.
Just focus on your sense. Maybe it might be another clue about it. I mean, eventually we will need some items because there should be some sort of physical connection with the spirit's previous life. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we could go try and see if we can get to it. If it's really there. I'm honestly not sure if it's actually there or if I'm just seeing things. I only can see it for like a second and then it's gone. But it might be the fog.
Maybe it's hidden there, like some sort of presence. Maybe. You need to focus on your senses more other than your eyes.
Okay.
Try to have its taste. I don't know.
I can try. I might need to be closer to it though.
Okay. So probably you see that Walter has an extreme level of excited face right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, have we like gotten back into the car by this point, or is this just as we're walking away from
you were
the
sitting
fog?
in the car,
Okay.
getting ready to drive away, and then
Yeah.
you saw it again.
Yeah, just
So are you still going to the police now? Or are you? I don't know what you're doing now.
we will definitely go back to the field and try to find the mirror.
Okay. So you get back out and you walk to the edge of the foundation again. You feel all the same things happen. The baked bread becomes burned bread. The green tinge to the fog arises again, and Walter, you feel that like a heaviness on you when you get to the edge, and you see the foundations, the burned, charred framework that made up your house, and it's enough for you to recognize the hallways and the kitchen and the bathrooms and the bedrooms and all that.
Okay, so probably when I continue get back into that memories, I will try to find the exact point where I saw the symbols on the wall.
Okay. Alder, when he puts his foot onto the foundation and starts walking into the house, as you get close, you see the moths again, sort of all around the area, and in bigger groupings around Walter. He seems to be following a weird path, like he'll walk and then he'll turn and then he'll walk another direction. And you don't, I mean, it's just a big flat slab. It makes no sense that he would be walking as if there were walls. And Walter, you walk to where that Afshar, I think it's Afshar, rug hung. And it's not there, you don't see it or anything, but you do kind of get flashes of memories of your home when you were young. You see in your mind where things were and what was in different places. There's no rug there, though.
I'll just try to touch the wall. I mean the air, but wall.
Yeah.
Try to feel it, and if I don't feel anything, I will probably bring out the branding iron and try to touch the wall with it. See.
Okay. And when you do, you don't sense anything different about the wall or anything, but you do have an intuition about the house, in that it was, without actually having walls, it seems like the rug where it hung was almost directly across from where you slept, just in another room.
I will follow it.
And Alder, you see him kind of walking, and every now and then the fog will thicken a little bit, and you see him kind of walk around the wall, invisible walls that aren't there. And you go to your bedroom, and the mists kind of part a little bit, and your mind becomes clear. You remember seeing, when you laid in the bed there, the person that had opened that door across from you. Alder, you see a little yellow bird fly through and grab a moth. A little, you don't know what kind of bird it is. Eats it as it flies through the fog, and when it distracts you for a moment, you don't see Walter.
Walter?
But the fog is thicker.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking into the fog, like just walking toward the direction where I saw him last. Okay. I'm trying hard to. Okay, yeah. I'm trying really hard to like take his advice and focus on my other senses, like he had said. Especially since I can't see him anymore. So I'm definitely like calling them like, Walter, like I'm kind of closing my eyes a little bit and trying to see what I can smell and taste and like feeling the air, I think even like feeling the fog. But I'm definitely calling out your name.
Walter, you're standing next to your bed and almost in a flash, your room becomes your room. The fire burned, charred bits of home are gone, and the closet is closed, and you see the closet door slowly creak open, really slowly, and you see yourself come out of the closet, a big smile on your face. Alder, you feel the cold become warmth. And you're frantically trying to find Walter and not seeing him, and the fog is really thick, and the taste in your mouth is sooty again and physical. Walter, you see yourself kind of go and lay down in the bed, smiling and looking into the closet. And when the child, and then he runs across from the bed back into the closet, and the door is open, and he ran into what seems like a door, and in the doorway, on the other side of the door, you see that rug hanging on the wall, and it almost burns into your mind the symbols around it, and he throws a candle onto the rug, and it starts to burn, and he runs back through and jumps into bed, and the door starts to close, and then a hand comes and pushes it open. Alder, can I get a might roll from you?
Sure. Why not? 12.
You get a smell of an odor of decay, and it makes you cough and hack, but not throw up or anything. And you realize when you're like bent over, there are these flowers with, have you ever seen dandelions with little seed pods that would float in the air? It looks kind of like that, and there are things floating in the air from these flowers growing out of the cracks in here. And they're becoming airborne in the breeze through the fog, and the moths are floating all over through the house, heavier in one area than others, and the warmth starts to become a heat, almost like a fire, like a raging fire, a fireplace maybe in the house, perhaps. Walter, the door cracks open, and you see a man open the door and speak to the young you in bed who is sitting up suddenly. And he says, "Good work, Lilith. We'll be back for you. praise the rising flame eternal. And he closes the door.
Can I react, by the way?
Yep.
I will. Probably it's some sort of visualized memory right now. If I realize that, I will try to understand that person's face as close as possible. As
It's
with
clear. The
details as
first time
possible.
you've ever seen it, clear. And the runes on the rug, absolutely clear to you too.
Okay, so I will.
And you take
definitely
a stress,
focus on,
by the way.
right?
And you start to feel warmth, like the other room is aflame. And you feel the heat. You are particularly attuned to the temperature of a fire. And when you look in the closet through that door, you realize that the door is not a door. It's the mirror that was left in your closet.
Like, I'm still trying to see more details, trying to memorize all the symbols on the wall. Like, maybe there were more of them that I couldn't remember, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried to find something that I can identify later on, and like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Alder, you
Come on.
take 2 stress when you step through the fog. Moths are all over Walter as he is floating in the air sideways, lying down like he's in a bed, looking out and yelling into just the fog. He's looking away from you and you do see a mirror in front of him, and he's like yelling to the mirror.
What does that mean?
Walter?
You
What does
hear-
that
Walter!
And Walter falls to the floor.
Oh,
The heat
What?
disappears, and the coldness of the place is back. Walter, you see sort of the charade of the framework just burn away into ash and smoke, and Alder is standing there like yelling your name. And suddenly you see moths all over you, and the fog opens up, and the moths flit away with the fog, and Alder throws up. Flowers bent are leaving trails of seed pods all through the air in here, and you cough, Walter, from the seed pods are just filling the air, and you're breathing them in.
Okay, so it's probably something. Where is it? I will bring out. My plan is something like, I will bring out my journal and try to sketch the face as best I can, while my memory is still fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a good sketcher, I can say. I mean, I draw lots of symbols, icons, and stuff like that, but not a person's face. So I will try to bring out the highlights, the unique stuff on the face.
Walter, what happened? Are you okay? You were floating in the air and you were screaming, and then you like fell and hit the ground. Are you hurt? What are you doing? What are you? You're.
It dawns on you, if it wasn't apparent before, that you're the one who started the fire, if this was true.
Do I still see the mirror?
You do, and it's cracked and burned edges. It's got gold leaf edge that is smoke damaged, and there's very few little shards of the mirror glass in it, but there are a few, and it looks like almost useless. You can't even see in the mirror. It's so burned.
Walter, what are you writing, drawing something? What are you doing? Why were you screaming? And why were you floating? You were like in the air.
Probably Walter acts like he doesn't hear you and kind of focus on the drawing right now, almost like some sort of trance, maybe. Like his hand is aggressively drawing some outlines. He doesn't respond.
I'll just like walk over and try and like look and see like what is on this paper that's so important.
He's drawing a person's face and runes and stuff around. Back in Miami, Sam, Mace shows up in the office middle of the afternoon, and they come to get you. Say your friend Mace is in the lobby again.
Sam gets up and goes to see Mace. It's not that he's not happy to see Mace, it's more like the more often Mace comes, the more his coworkers will know about his personal life, which he does not want. So it's starting to get a little uncomfortable.
You okay? I just want to make sure that, I want to be here when you're ready to leave to make sure that we go out together, Safety first. And you realize that the person who, the administrator here, the office administrator, is sitting at the desk hearing your convo.
Thanks.
I'll step out. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Nothing's going on. It's fine. I look to Mason. I'm like, look, I appreciate you. I really do, but the way Satori asked you a bunch of questions last time, I really think it's best you just like text or call when you swing by. I don't want anyone
but
knowing
you're in
what's
danger.
going on.
Like, I can tell you feel like at risk, so
I know. I don't want the others knowing right now, at least for now.
All right. Text me when you're ready to go, though, because it's almost near the end of the day, and it's like 3:30. I just want to make sure you get safe. All right.
No worries. I'll let you know. And Sam heads back to the office.
I put in the car. By the car is already fixed. I put in the car my spear gun again. Seemed to work pretty good as a totem, I guess, more than a weapon. But
that comforts Sam a little bit somehow. So he's like, "Thank you."
All right, just let me know when you're ready. And he heads out.
Right.
Satori, you're in there. You've eaten. The day goes through. Sienna comes in and goes, "Good report. What are we going to do about Teddy? If Teddy's stalking us, we gotta."
Yeah.
Well, stalking you. I'm not sure Teddy's stalking us, but it sounds like maybe the team here that.
Yeah. She is a threat. I've called one of my contacts at the FBI. I can consult with him more as well, see if he has any suggestions. But I think it's best just to keep eyes on each other.
I got a couple of rooms in the hotel adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was given a budget to extend, if we need, 2 people per room
Mm-hmm.
for a while we investigate and try and keep everyone safe. It may be better to stay here together, near each other for a little while.
That sounds good.
So I'm getting that arranged now. If you have any other things you think might be useful for us, we can work on that.
Okay. Sounds good.
How you doing, Nova? How do you like your first day? Outside of Maggie, of course.
It's been good. You know, team is great.
Enough. Computers fast enough. You can get your research done.
They are perfect.
Quickly.
Yeah.
All right. You met the legal liaison and the law enforcement liaison yet?
I have not. No.
Oh, all right. Well, come with me and I'll introduce you. You need to know who they are if you're going to be dealing with pulling records from FBI and police and things like that, or
yeah,
dealing
for sure.
with them.
She'll get up and follow.
Yeah, you're brought out. You are introduced to. Oh, let me get their names. The law enforcement liaison is Domingo Sanchez. Law enforcement compliance is different, and then they have a regulatory compliance person too. But really, the only one you're going to deal with there is the law enforcement liaison. So Domingo, and he says you are the new field equipment or forensics.
Both actually.
Oh, they
Yeah.
must have. Wait a minute, you're doing 2 jobs? Are they paying you for 2 jobs?
They are
paying you good, but not 2 jobs worth.
They're paying me pretty well, but not 2 jobs worth.
Cool.
Yeah.
So have you worked with the FBI or the police before in previous places?
I have, yeah. I worked with the police for a little while, and I have worked alongside the FBI a couple of times.
Oh, excellent. So you know how to fill out paperwork properly for...
I do, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
But I'm not sure if it's the same in every
Awesome.
place.
No, because no one's ever been able to fill out paperwork properly around here. They looks around the cubicle. They're terrible at paperwork. They just don't know what they're doing. Especially paperwork that goes outside the institute. It's
Valid.
good to
I
have
feel like that's
someone who can do
something.
that. Yeah, that's like that everywhere you've been. Most people are terrible at it, and you know that they can't get through it.
Yeah, I feel like that's something you have to be sat down and taught. So that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, I could do a class.
You probably would have a lot more compliance if you did.
And just it dawns on them like, that could be amazing. Oh my God, you can make my life so much easier with a suggestion. Thank you. Well, it's nice to meet you, Nova, right?
Nova, yeah. She shakes it. Pleasure to meet
right
you.
Here whenever you need me. This is the quiet side of the office over here. Accounting, IT in that office. Us and legal's back in there. You know, HR. If you need anything, let me know.
Will do. Thank you.
And don't drink the coffee. We have terrible coffee here.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah,
I was
awful.
fully going to.
Yeah, you'll find out eventually when you are forced to try it. But all right, well,
All right.
welcome to the team.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
You head back over. And Satori, the day kind of comes to an end, and it starts to get near the end of the workday.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with everyone?
Well, I do extend the offer to Sam and Nova both if they would like to stay at a room here. We do have a room. But it's their weekend to do research or whatever. I'm gonna be here for a party tomorrow. But
And maybe Nova.
At the hotel?
yeah,
Okay.
over in the hotel part of the hotel, like by the
yeah,
dining.
that makes more sense. Sorry,
Yeah.
for some reason I imagined it was the office. It's like, okay.
Oh yeah, no. There's gonna
Uh,
be like a party, dancing. You could come if you
no,
want.
thank you.
Bring your friend.
I'm
Maze.
not really a party person, but
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna head out.
Okay. Sounds good.
You head out.
Nova,
I go
you going
towards
home?
Yeah, probably just to collect some things, and then I'll take you up on the offer for the room.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right. I think it's safer if we were in numbers, judging by how close Teddy is. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Well, that sounds good.
I'll be back here tonight.
Okay. I'm gonna go see Don Domingo.
Oh, okay. You go see Don. He's in the elevator. Easy to find.
Hi, Don.
How are you, Satori?
Doing good.
What
So,
floor would you like?
I'm not going anywhere. I came to talk to you.
Oh, hold on a moment. And he steps out of the elevator and lets it go. I don't want to hold the elevator up.
You're
for
all
other
good.
people.
So is Eileen Gray? The Eileen Gray?
What did she
Okay.
tell you?
She didn't have to say anything for me to be suspicious. She's got a
Suspicious of
very
what?
old soul.
Eileen Gray died in the 70s.
Sure. This building has a way of preserving one, as I have noticed, Don.
You know, between you and Alder, Walter, to a degree, Sam, since, I don't know, a few days into his tenure, I guess, you've all been very suspicious of the people who work here and spend time here. It's
a weird building, Don.
It is. It's old. It's got its creaks and its history and its mysteries, I suppose. Wouldn't you say it
Mysterious
has its mysteries?
floors that lead to darkness.
I don't know what floor you mean. There's 6 floors.
Do I remember what? Oh, it's like the alternate button, right? It was an alternate 3. Oh, it just said your floor, didn't it?
Yeah, it just says
On the
your floor.
button. Yeah. I don't know, Don. This place is weird. I'm a naturally suspicious person. Not everything is bad about it, though.
No, it's a good building. It's got good bones. Isn't that what they say when a building is built soundly?
It's structurally sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, days are long, years are short. That's
Of course.
the problem.
And Eileen did mention a seance that might have happened in the building last night before.
Did she?
She did. Is there anything I should know?
Did Did she say it was a problem?
No.
I mean, there are people who what's the word? Attempt things that are unsafe. And seances are unsafe. You don't
Yeah.
really know you'll contact.
I'm well aware.
So, I'm not one to get anyone in trouble. I'm sorry, I don't really want to.
So was it one of mine?
Do I need to say who it is?
I've got a
think I
feeling.
do.
Yeah.
Trust your gut.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Not that it's.
We'll have a little talk.
Not that I would not allow it to happen, but yeah, I had a.
Within control is what you're saying.
I just had a word saying some things are better left
Mm-hmm.
untempted in some places.
Was
Not in
that
those exact
because
words.
he was trying to reach Eileen? And Eileen is alive?
No. He was trying to reach Maggie.
Okay. Well, this is something I can discuss with them when they get back from their trip.
Oh. He's on a trip?
Yeah, Boston?
Ah. Bean City.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been to Boston before. I came from the Buffalo branch before here, so.
Oh. Oh, Buffalo.
Yeah,
Nice.
much colder. I enjoy the weather
Oh,
a bit
yeah.
more.
Yeah, I would never want to live there. I don't like the snow. It chills me to my bones.
I like the snow, so that's where we differ, Dawn. But
All right. Alder's a good person, though. Don't.
Oh, I know.
I don't want you to use this as a way of putting more stress on Alder than they need.
No.
I already talked to them, so it's not like.
I'm not that kind of boss, so
You're a good person, I know.
Thank you.
You look out for your team. Not for your team. He doesn't say for your team. He says you look out for your staff.
of course. Yeah, Eileen seemed pretty excited about a possible seance in the building. Are you going to be at the party tomorrow?
I'll probably be operating the elevator for those that need it.
Okay.
Do you think they'll be doing any salsa dancing or merengue?
Probably. She did specifically bring up jazz, which is not too far off.
Do you know how to merengue?
No. I can't
If
dance.
I came to the party,
Yeah.
would you have a dance with me?
Of course, Don.
Merengue
The man who
is-
gives me cigars at least deserves one dance.
You know, you live in Miami. Everybody learns to dance here. If you don't grow up with it, you learn it.
Well, it's good to know. Anyway.
Next up, Casino de Rueda, when they dance in a circle and they switch partners every time the salsero calls out from the middle. The most fun you'll ever have dancing.
I'm gonna have at least a few drinks before that happens.
Oh, yeah. It's better.
Okay. Yeah. It's a lot of hands touching mine. Ugh.
Well, I need to get back to work.
Of course.
What floor would you like? And he presses the button for the elevator to come back.
I'm going to the suite that I'm at. So is that on the roof floor? Which floor?
It's on the third floor. It's on this floor.
Third. Okay. Then I just
It's just down the hall. And then,
yeah. I just head out.
all right. He gets into the elevator, tips his cap,
Mm-hmm.
and you head down. And you head it over. And Nova, you run home to get your stuff or whatever. Motorcycle your way back, looking all cool and stuff.
Yep.
Cool helmet, leather jacket, badassery all around, a visor that's impossible to see into. Cool. Sam, where do you want to go with it when Mace picks you up?
Sam might go to Mesa's place just to sleep on an actual like bed or couch or something for once in the last 3 days. Even if that woman decides to show up, he's just tired. But he does tell Mace about the drug that he researched, the one that's not easy to trace in blood.
Oh shit! Why would some? I bet they're doing stuff for the government. That sounds like government work. I bet they work for the CIA.
It wouldn't be that publicly accessible, I think. I don't know. But it just seems like whatever happened with me and us earlier might have to do with that drug.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Which makes me feel a little better that it's not, I'm not losing my mind completely.
Yeah, that's kind of, it's both creepy and scary.
Yeah.
And he locks the door. All
right.
You get some sleep, and he sits down with his spear gun aimed at the door.
Awesome. Sam, make sure to keep his grandmother's staff next to him wherever he sleeps and just tries to not knock out.
All right. In Boston, Alder and Walter, you're still standing here getting ready to... The visuals, Walter, faded away, like I'd said, and you were sitting here with Alder, and it's a very uncomfortable thing with all the seed pods in the air, pollen and what have you. And the fog kind of rolled out, and your car is there. What do you want to do?
Walter, I know you seem like you're drawing something really, really intently, but I do want to make sure that you can hear me, because you're not responding to anything that I say, which is concerning.
You hear him.
Sorry. Probably after some time, probably after finishing the sketch, Walter turns back to Alder and says, "See what happened here?"
I have no idea what happened.
Gets up, by the way.
You were floating, and it got really warm, like fire warm, which is related to fire cult, possibly? And the mirror's here. We were looking for the mirror, and it's like not really a mirror anymore because all the glass is broken, but we found it. You were saying something about me like needing an object. Should I like touch it? I didn't want to do that without your guidance because I feel like you just said things could be really, really dangerous.
Walter is probably still focused on something in his mind, so he just says, "Now I have a face. Let's go."
Where are we going?
He rushes back to the car.
Okay, we're going to the car. I will follow.
You get back to the car, and you get in the car, and when you look back at the foundation, the mirror is no longer there. And you're in the car, ready to go. And I think this is where we'll break. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We will see you in a week. Have a good night. Oh, next week is Super Bowl Sunday, by the way, I think.
Ooh.
Is it Super or
Yes.
Sports
Yeah.
Ball Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So,
the
who
Grammys
knows?
are tonight too, so
Yeah.
They're tonight?
the Grammys are tonight, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Or the Emmys.
I thought they were.
yeah.
I thought they were like in 2 weeks, not tonight.
Yeah, and then Super Bowl, which I don't even know who is it? Eagles and the Chiefs.
Eagles and the
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
those
the
two.
Chiefs are gonna win. They're like baller the last few years. I already feel it.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.